Do we have to learn personally from our mistakes to acquire wisdom? Or can it be acquired less painfully from teachers and gurus? Asking for my husband, she says. Do we have to learn personally from our mistakes to acquire wisdom, or can it be acquired less painfully from teachers and gurus? Well, I think any teacher is only ever going to point you to the fact of wisdom. There's nothing like in that piece that I just read. There was nothing that I could have offered suggestions, but that's not wisdom. That's good ideas. That's different. No, wisdom is something deep within every single one of us, deep within that connection to the oneness of life, free from the chatter. That's when we have the insights. That's when we get in touch with our intuition. And it's happening all the time in much smaller ways. It's not all this mind-blowing stuff. It's happening all the time. You know, we're hungry and we eat. We're thirsty and we drink. We feel like we need to move, so we move. I'll lean forward when it makes sense to lean forward. I'm not making a decision to do that. That's just wisdom. That's life moving us. So, Joe, I'm sorry to say, I think it's probably more the former than the latter. But you've said mistakes there, and is there such thing as mistakes? You know, again, we got different levels of consciousness here. You can see things as mistakes, but again, mistakes that's judgment, isn't it? Mistakes are made up. Mistakes are made up. There's no such thing as mistakes. There's just this. There's what is. And you can look back on things and you can have a completely different take on it. And you can go one way or the other on it. You can, 1 minute you can think that was a mistake, and the next minute you can see a silver lining to it, and then the next minute you're back to it being a mistake again. But I don't see wisdom as something that we kind of accumulate like knowledge. It's almost the opposite of that, because knowledge and belief all live in here. And wisdom comes to us, that sort of that knowing, that just being guided. That's what I see as wisdom.